Hey guys, what's up? It's Last Adventurer, and in this video we're going to be exploring Cape Henlopen State Park in Delaware. It's a super cool park, and it was home to a World War II naval base during World War II. And so there's a lot of infrastructure and things left behind, but probably the coolest part is there's an observation tower. Anyway, let's jump right into the video. Alright guys, as you can see, here's a sign. We're going to go check out the observation tower first. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Now as we drive here, I just wanted to add, this place is loaded with trails, especially trails to be biked on. So they're like paved trails, so if you're into that, you can do that too. There's also a campground here. So we just made it to the observation tower, but before we go up there, it's back in there somewhere, I just want to tell you guys real quick. So this place was actually called Fort Miles during World War II, and it was created to prevent, I guess, sabotage of Wilmington and Philly, because these were two key shipbuilding areas. It was during World War II, and they had a lot of observation towers, maybe almost 20. So you'll see those coming along the road out here, I guess along the peninsula. But we're gonna go and check this one out. It's super cool. All right, so here it is. And many of these that are along the peninsula are no longer standing, but you can kind of see how it operated before. There was a ladder, not steps, which you'll see there's actually steps in here now, but there was a ladder that you would use to go to the top. And these were used not only to be on lookouts, but they were also used to be able to calculate the distance at which to shoot artillery. It's like cool, they could like triangulate it. It was like a really neat thing. But we're gonna go ahead and walk up these steps. And apparently these windows right here, they had glass in them at one point, so this is pretty high up. I can't remember the exact number, but once we go back down there, I'll have an answer for you guys on that. Let me try to peek over here. Yeah. Interestingly, these lands were one of the first to be designated as public lands. All right. So you get a 360 view. There's also an opening up top, which we'll go to as well. Check that out over there though. You can see the water. You can even see dunes out there. And if you look out here, you can see another tower right there. All right, so this is the view. You get up here at the very top. There's like a fence here. And that's a pretty cool place. Looks like someone cut this out right here. So from this lookout, you can see a lot of stuff, including this old fort area over here. I believe they were like bunking areas, but we're probably gonna go check out that next. And then we will go to maybe a couple lookouts, and then also we're gonna check out the actual beach area, which is really cool. Hey, they even got a fan for when it gets too hot in here. Would you look at that? All right, guys, onwards we go. All right, guys, so this is kind of what we were looking at from the top. We're gonna go to this area and look at this. Here's some old fort buildings right here we're gonna check out. And then I think there might be a weapon up here or something, but it's really cool. And then we're gonna go down to here towards the lighthouse, and there is a beachy area, which is really cool down there. And we'll be able to see the lighthouse from there as well. Honestly, I'm feeling so tired today, but you know, my sense of adventure always gets me out there, and I'm really happy to keep making videos, you know, and this is something kind of new too. This is more of a nature video. And also guys, forgive me if I'm like not on par with information, or like, you know, timing's not right or whatever. Still learning this kind of new art of this type of video, but it's been really fun so far, and I just want to say I really appreciate you guys. And yes, I know this clip kind of came out of nowhere, but I wanted to include it in the middle of the video because we're probably about halfway through now, because we're gonna go to that fort and we're going to the beach. And we all love the beach, right? So let's go. All right, guys, we made it to the barracks. And this is part of, looks like Pinelands Nature Trail. Also, if you guys are kind of curious what the trails look like, I'm gonna give you a brief glimpse into that. And that sign right there is very accurate. I was here before and I got loaded up with ticks. But this area is very duney. And really pretty. I mean, it's very unique. You know, when I found this on Google Earth, which I'm gonna check if I can pull that up again, because I was looking for some kind of like, you know, SoCal, like coastal or cliffy kind of vibe, even though I'm on the East Coast. And so I was looking for something that looked kind of rugged, and I found this on the map. It looked pretty cool, you know, because everything here in this area of like Delaware and Maryland, it's pretty well developed. You really don't find a lot of like nature preserved like this, but we're gonna see. Sometimes these barracks are open, but they might be shut today. We'll walk by them, and if they are, we will go through them. But I was looking into some information about this place, and it turns out the base opened up in 1941, and it was built to defend against Nazis, or, you know, any other threat actors during World War II. Its key purpose was to protect Wilmington and Philly, you know, two key industrial areas. I guess they both had port access, and so there was like artillery here. There was many different guns. There was a gun that could fire a shell like 25 miles, which is pretty crazy. But it looks like this would have been the barracks. And I was here one year, and they were open. It was super cool, but it's looking like they're going to be closed today. Let's go check this out. Yeah, here's some old pictures. You know, it's crazy. I was talking to my mom about this place today, and I was relaying how I think it's really, I don't know, I can't think of the right word, but when you think that there was actually soldiers here doing their thing, you know, up in those observation towers, not even 100 years ago, and you know, thinking about the state of affairs we are in now, like as far as being relatively safe as a country, you know, we don't have any major wars going on with a bunch of nations like World War II, and yeah, things are going pretty good. But yeah, check this thing out here. You can see these are all old pictures, you know, and seeing pictures really gives things life. You know, you can really sense that there were people here protecting our country, and it's just crazy. It says the fort housed 2,300 soldiers and guns that could fire more than 25 miles out of the sea. That's just insane to me. But we'll keep walking down here, looking at these buildings, and then we're going to go to a lookout, and then we're going to go to the beach. So it'll be pretty cool, so stay tuned. So I just found something really interesting out. If you guys noticed that all these barracks buildings are concrete, so I was reading on that plaque over there. Basically, the reason they did that was because of the damp and sandy conditions. And I guess a lot of these barracks would have housed the people who operated the guns, which there are some guns still over here. You can see them. I'm going to zoom into them for you. That's really neat. It's so cool when things really stand the test of time and they're preserved for the future generations to see. This thing is incredible. This is a 90mm gun, and its range was 11.9 miles, and it shot shells that were either 24 pounds or 23 pounds, depending on the ammunition type, it looks like, according to this plaque. But what's really crazy is that it took 13 men to operate this thing. So it's just crazy, this thing. And also, it said it could shoot 20 rounds per minute, so that's a round every 3 seconds. But look at that. Look at the size of the hole in that barrel. Wow. Some more guns right there. And according to that plaque back there, these buildings, and I think this kind of looks like the mess hall right here, but these buildings are the last standing of their type from the World War II area, and their type being the concrete blocks. So this place is pretty historic. This is Cape Henlopen State Park in Sussex County, Delaware. You guys want to check it out. Yet another gun. How about one of these for home defense? Look how beautiful this thing is. Oh my gosh, that thing is huge. Okay, I never saw this one before.
This has a range of 25 miles.
Oh my gosh.
And you can see the shells, the size of the shell.
That is insane. So are those yellow ones, are those like the size of it too?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
It is. 16-inch shell.
To you, but...
Oh my gosh. So yeah, you can take them out from like 25 miles away then.
It had range of 25 miles.
So here is what one of these shells would do to a ship if it were to shoot it. From that gun right there. And this is, I can put my whole arm through this. So that's really thick steel. So it could just destroy German U-boats. It's absolutely massive. Just take a look at that. But yeah, guys, sadly we're not gonna be able to get into the bunker today. But if you ever come here, that is something you should check out. It's really cool. So this is the entrance to the bunker. Looks like it's closed. Okay, it looks like there might be hours on it. I wonder if it says when it opens back up. Closed today, it says. It says they'll return.
Right here, due to a localized power outage. See?
Ah, okay. Dang, that sucks. So
Yeah.
the bunker is closed due to a power
We'll
outage.
return.
All right, guys. Now we're taking a walk up to the front of the bunker. I'm gonna check this out. It's super cool. I didn't know there was a bunker here till today. So yeah, the way I found out about this place was I was like looking on Google Earth one time. I was trying to look for some I wanted to see because I've been to Rehoboth before. I just want to see if there's any cool beaches I was missing. And so
Well, you picked a good one.
yeah, well, I found it a couple years. I come here about every year. I'm here at the beach. But oh my gosh, that is a gorgeous view out there. That is beautiful. You know, I think what really makes this place unique too is it's a very natural East Coast beach. It hasn't been stripped of all of its trees and plants.
Yeah.
And its hills, because beaches are not typically. I don't think they're typically just super flat. This is like a real beach, has dunes and everything like that.
This crew came in here and they surrendered, everything intact, in mint condition.
Yeah,
And then their sister crew on the same class U-boat, they were so fanatical. After the war ended, they were not going to surrender. They stayed off New England, continued to try sinking ship.
All right, guys. So here is the front of the bunker. See if we'll focus here. Really neat. Try to walk up to the window, see if we can get a view in here. There we go. Yeah, looks like it goes off and down to the left and things like that. So 80 people were able to live in here at one point though, so just goes to show you how big it was. So if you ever come here, be sure to check out the bunker as well. So guys, shout out to Jeff and Hal. They just gave me a lot of information about this place. They told me that there is a bunker here, which I didn't even know. Sadly, it's closed due to electricity problems today, but it was absolutely massive. Anyway, we're gonna go to Sunset now. It has some sand dunes, there's a beach there, some nice views, and I would love to absolutely cover everything here today, but I can't. So if you get the chance, come out here and see it. It's a really cool place. $10 out of state to get in, $5 in state if you live within the state of Delaware, but 100% worth it. It's a really cool place and you will not be disappointed by the views and things you can do here. So guys, as I walk back to my car, just want to give you a view of this, but also I wanted to tell you guys some things that guy was telling me that was very interesting that I sadly did not capture on camera. So one of the things he was telling me was they actually captured a U-boat here full of German soldiers, and they surrendered. They put up a white flag out off the coast of Delaware, Cape Henlopen, I guess, and so they went out there and got them, and they had the thing in mint condition. But they decided to scrap it instead of displaying it in a museum or something like that. And then I guess the Nazi soldiers, they were put into internment camps. But then there was another one that was a bit further out that did not surrender. And so I guess they decided to turn around or whatever. Anyway, we're almost to my car. We're going to go to that beautiful beach I was talking about. But hey, look, there's one of our friendly observation towers up there. All right, guys, so we made it here. And remember I was talking about being at the very tippy top of land or whatever? Well, right there, okay, sorry, right there is Cape Henlopen. And we're gonna go to the very top. But first, we're gonna check out this Hawk Watch, which is a little overlooked. And then the video is gradually gonna come to a close. Well, guys, I walked down the wrong path and I actually have to get up there. So I was checking my hiking app and it looks like there is a trail right down here. So we're gonna go down here, hop on that, get to Hawk's Lookout. Then We're gonna go down to the very end and see the lighthouse. Alright guys, unfortunately my camera's audio started bugging out, so we're doing some GoPro footage and we're gonna do a mishmash of the two, but just bear with me and enjoy the views. Alright, so we made it to Hawks Lookout, but check this out. Some kind of interesting thing. I'm gonna put the camera up in here so we can see me. Might be too dark in there. Huh, that's kind of interesting. But anyway, we're gonna go to the top. Pretty Man Lane. We're gonna go up here. Oops. Here is Hawk Lodge. Now we're gonna go to the beach. We are finally here, and first I'm gonna give you a view of the dunes. Then we're gonna walk down there. There's a spot we can't really walk to. It's a protected bird area, but I'm gonna show you it on my camera. It's super cool. All right guys, unfortunately we did lose audio again, but we have some great views of the dunes here, and I believe you can see part of the protected bird area down out there in the water. Now we're gonna be walking down there as well, and you're gonna see some birds. And then also there's gonna be a lady that's gonna be talking about horseshoe crabs, which you just so happen to meet randomly. You know, that's one of the things I really like about travel, is that you have all these random interactions that you'll never forget. There were a couple interesting things I learned about horseshoe crabs, including the fact that they have blue blood, and also they're used for testing a lot. But anyway guys, it's pretty much the end of the video here. So as always, it's been real, it's been me, it's been Last Adventurer. Don't forget to give the video a rating and subscribe if you want. Till next time guys.
Steer themselves and maneuver themselves with the tail. So if they want to change direction, they put the tail down and then swing themselves.
Okay.
around.
Now, can they like pinch you like
No,
with their
no.
their claws? So they can't even pinch you.
No.
Oh, okay.
The right way to pick one up is one hand on either side.
Yeah.
Just pick it up.
Yeah, that's how I picked the one up I saw earlier. It's
Everybody's
pretty
going
cool.
Like that, but I've been putting them back forever and ever. And
Yeah,
ever.
they're really interesting looking. Like they're
Prehistoric.
they're like hundreds of millions of years old or something like that. I think, right?
This guy see him steer himself. He put his tail down and then able to. That's how they.
Oh wow. So all those like barnacles or whatever's going on, does that like affect them
No.
in any way? Oh really?
No, that's usually the older ones because they've
Yeah.
affected barnacles over time.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. They're so cool.
So every May, that's how I come down because, especially at full moon. Full moon,
Yeah.
end of May, there's like bazillions of them.